Good morning, children. I once again welcome you all back to your class of English. As we were already reading the chapter The Lost Childhood, and we have covered 80% of the chapter. Now, I will quickly give you a review, a summary of what we have covered till now, and then today we will finish the chapter. So, now this chapter talks about a boy who has gone to see a fair in the village where he lives along with his mother and father. After reaching the fair and on their way to fair, he looks at several things very temptingly, but he knew that his parents would never let him buy any of those things, so he never said anything to his parents for buying it. Now, as the story proceeds, we come to know that all of a sudden, after he sees the roundabout, his parents go missing and he gets lost. He tries to look everywhere for his parents, and the best possible that he could do, he runs from one place to the other place, but he did not get to see his parents. Then in the crowd, one man somehow manages to pick this child up and tries to talk to him, but the only thing this child keeps on saying is that he wants to see his mother and father. The man tries to distract this boy by talking about the snake charmer, roundabout, several toys, sweets, but no help at all. Now, moving further, the man headed towards the place where the snake charmer still played on the flute to the swaying cobra. "Listen to that nice music, child," he pleaded. But the child shut his ears with his fingers and shouted his double-pitched strain, "I want my mother, I want my father." The man took him near the balloons, thinking the bright colors of the balloons would distract the child's attention and quieten him. "Would you like a rainbow-colored balloon?" he persuasively asked. The child turned his eyes from the flying balloons and just sobbed, "I want my mother, I want my father." The man, still trying to make the child happy, bore him to the gate where the flower seller sat. "Look, can you smell those nice flowers, child? Would you like a garland to put around your neck?" And he tried his level best. He took him to the snake charmer where he wanted to go and listen, but he knew that since his parents won't allow, he walked away from there. Then he wanted to buy some balloons, but he knew that if he will ask, his parents will say he is too old to play with balloons, so he moved away. And when this man took him to both the places, he did not have any interest, he did not show any interest or happiness into those things, and the only thing he constantly kept on saying was that he just want to see his mother, father, he just wants his parents. He also took him to the flower hawker who was selling beautiful flowers and garlands. There also the child refused. Further, the child turned his nose away from the basket and reiterated his sob, "I want my mother, I want my father." Thinking to humor his disconsolate charge by a gift of sweets, the man took him to the counter of the sweet shop. "What sweets would you like, child?" he asked. The child turned his face from the sweet shop and only sobbed, "I want my mother, I want my father." Now, he basically, in these last few paragraphs, the writer is simply trying to show and make the readers understand that this child was now interested in absolutely nothing, because one after the other this strange man tried to take the child to each and every spot where he very wishfully wanted to stay and have those things, but now the things have changed. The only thing he wanted was to see his mother and his father. So now I have finished the chapter. I want you all to give me the moral of the story and attempt the questions which are given in the end as shown in the image, and revert back through a text message in the respective group. Okay, so thank you very much children and have a nice day.